substitute to House Bill 811. We would be taking up this measure for a vote today. I want to make sure everybody's on board. This is LC 391207 ERS. That is the correct substitute we're working with. Is that right, Representative Williamson? Is that right? Don't tell me you lost yours. He had his, now he's lost his. LC 391207 ERS. All right, now what have I got here? Which one am I working from? This is the committee substitute. ERS. Does everybody have LC 391207 ERS? Should be the top one in the folder, he said.
It's in here. It was just a different one.
Okay, all right, good. Okay, just want to make sure we're all, okay, good. Okay, so we're all on the same page. I understand. So what we'll do now is we'll let Representative Williamson. Did you decide you wanted to work from that mic, or you going up to? Okay, all right. So that would be number what? What would I be clicking on here? 5, I believe. Try that microphone. It's not on. Try it again.
Hello?
Okay, you got it. Okay, all right. Proceed.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. This is bring for your consideration today, as the chairman just said, committee substitute to House Bill 811, which is LC 391207 ERS. As we discussed on Monday, this is an annual Department of Banking and Finance housekeeping bill. It does come with the support of both the Georgia Bankers Association, the Community Bankers Association, and the Georgia Credit Union affiliates. We talked about this bill in some detail on Monday without the benefit of this substitute being available, or the original bill for that matter. But I'm not going to really reiterate everything we talked about the other day, but I do think it's important that I just sort of hit the highlights of what the bill's doing. The bill does eliminate the registration requirement for national and out-of-state banks, as that the Department of Banking and Finance has no regulatory authority over these entities. The bill strikes all references to building and loan associations. It's an archaic, out-of-use term. There's no such thing as these entities. They no longer exist. So we're taking that language out of the code. The bill authorizes major provisions for merger positions, for the merchant acquire limited purpose banks that this body, the General Assembly, passed a couple of years ago. And really it's just addressing general corporate governance provisions in those measures. The bill does, and we had some discussion about this on Monday, the bill defines virtual currency and provides that the department can enact rules and regulations specifically for virtual currency, money transmitters, and sellers of payment instruments. I do want to point out to the committee that we did email a committee substitute, and that might be part of Chairman Nix's question in the meantime since last Monday, but there was a couple of catches we needed to tweak on the committee substitute, hence the new LC number that's in your folders today. In the back of your manila folders on the spindles, there's going to be a one-pager that identifies for your consideration what the changes were in the committee substitute that you have in your folder, as opposed to the one that was emailed to you. At the bequest of one of our major Georgia corporations, they did catch that we needed to probably clarify a little bit more, and I'm going to address lines 111 through 120 of the committee substitute, which is new lines number. In the committee substitute in your folder, it's going to be lines 113 through 121, and it basically just clarifies the definition that neither does the term of virtual currency include an affinity or rewards program tied to a credit, debit, or prepaid card that awards points for purchases and other transactions, which points can be redeemed for dollar-denominated credit to a checking, credit card, or prepaid card account, or for a gift card, goods, travel, or services. And obviously, this is talking about basically some of the reward systems through our credit card. Most of us have some sort of reward program on our credit cards that we use, or mileage through associated with any kind of frequent flyer miles you might have with the airline of your choice. So that was a one-sentence clarification from the original committee substitute. And then on the lines 122 and 145 of the committee substitute under section 1-7, we're just clarifying that the department is, we're inserting the word money transmission or the sale of payment instruments involving virtual currency in each one of those enumerated items 1 through 7 below. If there are any questions, that's the only changes to the committee substitute that we was emailed to you, and I'd be happy to take any questions that the members of the committee might have.
Do any of the members have any questions for Representative Williamson? Okay. Let's see, UP number 6. Try that microphone. Have I got you? Right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Williamson, on line number 82, page 3, was there an amount of the penalty current to this amount of $100 per day if this financial institution failed to provide information needed? Was there a lesser penalty, an amount?
You're asking if that's
or is
a
this
new
current?
penalty?
Is this the current amount? That's the current. Okay.
That's the current amount.
So, because this was not changed, it was just
No,
okay.
it was not.
All right. Thank you.
Let's see. Any other questions for the author? No more questions. I would entertain a motion. We have a do pass and a second. All those in favor of the motion will vote yes or say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's unanimous. So we have a do pass recommendation for LC 391207ERS. Thank you for your attention. And in 15 minutes, if you're available, is the joint meeting with the Small Business Development Committee. So, or should I just say goodbye to everybody? No, it starts at 2. It starts at 2. Okay. All right. This meeting's adjourned.